Africa may not always be on the radar for the typical visitor, but those that go have the chance to experience the ideal fusion of the East and the West, the wild and the urban, and the old and the modern. In order to assist you in beginning your adventures planning, News selected the top destinations in Africa based on user feedback, expert judgment, accessibility, cost, and the diversity of things to do. Vote for your preferred locations below to help us select the top venues for the upcoming year. Africa's top places to visit include Victoria Falls. Outdoor enthusiasts from all over the world come to view this magnificent UNESCO World Heritage Site. One of the most magnificent waterfalls in the world, Victoria Falls, which spans the boundary between Zambia and Zimbabwe, is almost twice as deep and wide as Niagara Falls. Plan a trip to the area around April after the region's rainy season has ended to experience this natural beauty at its best. The Knife Edge Bridge, Livingstone Island, and Devil's Pool are three popular vantage spots. Go whitewater rafting in the Zambezi River to see the falls from a fresh perspective while you're not taking in the scenery from above. Tanzania. And best African destinations. The majority of visitors come to Tanzania to go on safari, but you'd be negligent if you didn't also set aside time to see the rest of the country's attractions. Tanzania is home to numerous fantastic natural wonders, including the enormous crater of the Ngorongoro Conservation Area, the red-hued Lake Natron, and Mount Kilimanjaro, the highest mountain in Africa and largest freestanding mountain on Earth. Hire a local tour company to arrange a climbing adventure up the continent's iconic mountain for the ultimate rush. Africa's top travel destinations include Zanzibar. Whether you're looking for stunning beaches or a memorable adventure, Zanzibar has plenty to offer everyone. You'll immediately feel at peace as you lounge on tranquil beaches like Matemwe and Pangwe after traveling to this Indian Ocean archipelago off of Africa's eastern coast. Next, go to Stone Town in Zanzibar City, which is a part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site, where you can see the remains of a palace from the 19th century and a cemetery connected to the island's old Arab royals. And no trip would be complete without visiting Jozani Chwaka Bay National Park and going on a spice tour through the region. Best places to visit in Africa list include Serengeti National Park. A safari in Tanzania's Serengeti National Park is the excursion for you if the thought of up-close encounters with elephants, giraffes, zebras, and wildebeests appeals to you. Although the cost may be high, visiting this place will be an amazing experience. If you want to save money, consider sleeping at one of the park's campgrounds rather than a posh safari lodge or luxury tented camp. For the finest game watching conditions, aim to arrive in January or February, calving season, or between June and October, dry season and optimum migratory time. Mauritius. And best African destinations. Visitors looking for a little bit of everything find Mauritius appealing. Although its fine dunes and opulent resorts are its main draws, this tiny island nation east of Madagascar also enchants tourists with its blend of colonial architecture from the Netherlands, France, and Great Britain, as well as its hospitable residents and delectable teas and rums. Visit one of the island's top resorts to enjoy fresh seafood while watching a traditional Sega dance performance or the sun set over the Indian Ocean after a day of sightseeing and tanning. Cairo. And best African destinations. There is so much to see and do in Cairo that it might be overwhelming. You'll quickly become absorbed in the history and culture of this Egyptian metropolis, from the busy Khan el-Khalili Bazaar in Islamic Cairo to the historic pyramids of Giza and the gorgeous Nile River. Consider traveling in spring or fall when hotel rates are lower, temperatures are more tolerable, and people thin out, since these seasons offer the most pleasant weather of the year, daytime highs in the 60s and 70s. However, these seasons are also the busiest. Reserve National Masai Mara and Best African Destinations. One of Kenya's top places to watch wildlife is the Masai Mara National Reserve, which is home to cheetahs, elephants, lions, wildebeests, hippos, and more. Join a safari to tour the 373,130 acres of rolling grasslands that make up this protected region. Choose a hot air balloon safari or a horseback riding expedition for more adventure. Plan your trip between July and October to enhance your chances of seeing the Big Five: lions, leopards, rhinos, elephants, and buffaloes, as well as other migrating animals. The top places to visit in Africa include Cape Town. Cape Town offers both active and relaxed travelers a variety of hiking paths, miles of breathtaking landscape, and magnificent beaches, including one with wild penguins. Although getting here won't be inexpensive, it is possible to get convenient, affordable housing. Aerial cableway rides up Table Mountain, a stop at Nelson Mandela's prison cell on Robben Island, a tour of the renowned Constantia Valley wine region, and a hike across the Cape of Good Hope at Africa's southernmost point should all be on your itinerary. Kruger National Park is one of the top destinations in Africa. In this vast South African game reserve, you can see a wide variety of animals, including lions, rhinoceroses, elephants, and giraffes. Furthermore, the park is simpler to get around than the Serengeti thanks to its network of paved roads. However, due to its popularity, you are more likely to run with throngs of tourists on game drives and at in-park lodgings, especially from June to October, which are the greatest months for wildlife viewing. You should probably finalize your vacation at least a year in advance to guarantee accommodation, airline, and tour availability. Seychelles among the top African destinations. The Seychelles, a collection of 115 islands in the Indian Ocean, have long drawn tourists seeking a vacation that is genuinely tranquil. On clean, empty beaches like Ons Valbert and Ons Lazio, spend your days relaxing. Or explore the Vallée de Mai Nature Reserve to see its distinctive flora and animals, which is classified as part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site. Remember that lodging in this area is pricey, especially at the upscale resorts, so it's better to save money and make reservations in advance. Marrakesh and the top African destinations. Like other ancient Moroccan cities, Marrakesh is alive with activity. Performers compete for your attention in Jima El Fna, an open-air square located in the city's Medina, while vendors peddle aromatic spices, handcrafted textiles, elaborate lanterns, and other goods at bazaars lining the narrow streets. Decompress at a hammam or go to a bar to unwind when you need a break from the city's bustle. Keep an ear out for the imposing tones of the adjacent mosque's calls to prayer throughout your visit. Best places to visit in Africa include Madagascar. The ecology on the island of Madagascar is unlike any other in the world since a large portion of the country is undeveloped, offering tourists the opportunity to observe creatures in their natural habitat. Visitors ought to take a picture of the nation's emblematic lemur. These animals and more than 19,000 different plant species can be found on Madagascar. Isolo and Lokobe National Parks are two excellent locations to watch wild lemurs. In the list of top destinations in Africa, Botswana. Botswana is a fantastic destination for adventurous tourists who want to spend their vacations in the middle of nature. In protected areas like the Kama Rhino Sanctuary and Chobe National Park, Botswana has plenty of opportunity to observe rhinos, elephants, and other wildlife, making it a less congested option to neighboring safari destinations like South Africa and Tanzania. Also available to thrill seekers are quad biking, Makoro, canoe, safaris, camel rides, and helicopter flights, among other hard racing activities. Best places to visit in Africa, Namibia. Namibia offers picture-perfect vistas that are out of this world. The world's oldest desert, the eerily gorgeous Namib, as well as national parks with a variety of unusual animals, including zebras and springbok, and beaches with shipwreck-filled waters can all be found in this southern African nation. Look for rhinos in Etosha National Park and take an off-road drive of the Skeleton Coast while you aren't exploring the dramatic red dunes of Sossusvlei or the Deadvlei, which is home to dead camel thorn trees. Save some time to visit Lüderitz and Swakopmund, two former colonial cities in Namibia, to experience their European flair. Luxor in the top African destinations. Even while the pyramids in Cairo may get most of the attention, Luxor should not be disregarded, according to experts. The Valley of the Kings, where at least 63 ancient pharaohs are interred, including King Tut, may be the most compelling reason to visit this UNESCO World Heritage listed city. The Temple of Luxor and the Colossi of Memnon are two must-see locations that are among the numerous monuments and tombs that can be discovered here that date back to the 14th century BC. That was for today. Thank you for staying with us. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel.